Good morning, and thanks for joining us on the Tuesday edition of TVC Breakfast. I'm Veronica Danik Boy. I'm not here alone. I have Mike Okwache. Mike, good morning.
It's great to be here. Another day has come, Tuesday.
Absolutely.
Really wonderful.
The day is getting by. Interesting
Oh,
developments.
yes, exactly. The hurricanes. The hurricanes. Some people have called it Hurricane Tinubu. Is happening right now. That's
1 week, one new thing happens.
But I think it comes with a new government.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But let's quickly turn our attention to President Bola Tinubu, who received the co-chair of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, that's talking about Bill Gates, and Africa's foremost industrialist, Aliko Dangote, in the presidential villa in Abuja on Monday. Now, the meeting was a part of Bill Gates' trip to Nigeria and Niger Republic to meet with leaders and partners tackling health and development challenges. Aliko Dangote, who spoke on behalf of the delegation after the meeting, said their visit to the president is to update him on the activities as it relates to the health sector in Nigeria and to pledge their partnership. They also commended the president's decision on fuel subsidy removal. Just take a listen.
It was a courtesy call. We came in for myself and my friend Bill Gates to congratulate him once more for his successful election into this office, and also to brief him of what Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and Aliko Dangote Foundation have been doing in Nigeria, and also committing to do more and to help Nigeria so that our health sector will keep improving. All is great. Things are going well. We even congratulated him on removal of subsidy, and I think he's doing a great job. There will be more money now to put into education, into health, infrastructure, and other areas. And our own side is to help support him to make sure that he achieves his own vision and his goals.
Actually, meetings like this are expected when you have a new government coming, and it's important that we begin to have conversations around the health sector, which a lot of Nigerians have talked about the state which it's in, that needs, some have even said, let's declare a state of emergency with regards to the health sector. But the government is seeming to have begun on a very important note. The president talked about how important he has noted this sector at ensuring that it works, especially with regards to ensuring productivity of Nigerians. And so when he talked about the removal of fuel subsidy, he talked about that those monies will be channeled into addressing the rot in the health sector. And even when he met with we recall that there were some persons who were on strike, talking about their welfare and all of it, and the president promised them that he was going to look into the matters of the welfare. So it's good to see persons like Bill Gates come to Nigeria, as well as Aliko Dangote, who are key players in the sector, having conversations with the president.
Yeah, it's amazing. The point there is the meeting with Bill Gates and Aliko Dangote is strategic. It's not just meeting a new government that they had to meet the president. It was quite strategic. At least we've gotten reports of how Bill and Melinda Gates have been helping to eradicate polio,
yes, malaria,
measles, malaria, and other tropical diseases, and all of that. They have the data that is required. They've had the experience on the African continent. They've been very passionate about this. And recall that when the president came on board, he was saying that when it comes to the budgetary allocation to health and education and all of that, he was going to up them all. So we're looking forward to a very strategic partnership between the president and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation as a way of trying to accelerate that fight against those tropical diseases and malaria. The other thing the president also wants is to see how the issue of medical research can be given some level of priority.
Yes.
The previous Buhari government came up with something in the area of trying to, especially in the days of COVID-19, as a way of supporting medical research, challenging local breakthroughs and those who have the wherewithal to come up with whatever it takes or whatever it needs, for
local
that research.
solutions.
Local solutions. So this is also, the discussion is also to see how Africa can be a better player Africa can improve in the area, because when the president was speaking, he also spoke about the issue of Africa. It wasn't just Nigeria.
Yes.
He was speaking about Africa, how they can be a strategic partnership, they can be a strategic guide towards
a
roadmap on how, or blueprint on how Africa can regulate itself from all of this tropical diseases and the issue of health generally. So this meeting is a very strategic one. The fact that the Bill Gates and Dangote are meeting the president now, this meeting is going to snowball into the entire Africa. The impact is going to cascade to the entire African continent.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's really good and very strategic.
Absolutely. And like you have rightly pointed, Nigerians are looking forward to greater days with regards to the health sector, how there will be that needed turnaround. You mentioned earlier the matter of data, and we know how critical data is at addressing some of these issues, how that will accelerate addressing these issues, and it's very important. We hope to see some direction in the coming days when the president put together his ministerial team, those who will be heading that sector, to ensure that we have some sense of direction.
Yeah, and it's quite instructive too that Bill and Melinda Gates having this discussion now gives you a sense of how the private sector is going to play.
Yes.
In health, in education, in all of the sectors that concern Nigerians. In this government, private sector is going to be heavily involved. And foreign investors are already looking, from the monetary policies of the government, from the body language. Foreign investors are already looking at the possibility of moving into Nigeria now to take advantage of the opportunities that are here. So it's a good day for Nigeria on all fronts, and we look forward to it.
In fact, the president
as the hurricane unfolds.
The president is going out on his first official visit to France. So yes, a lot of persons are looking forward to what that will also bring to the table